Facebook ads for a gym 3.0. So Josh Cherry here.
Cody.
So welcome Delta Life family and MPE friends as well. We've made some Facebook ad videos in the past where I kind of give you version 1.0. That one did really well, and then Facebook made some changes, and especially for the fitness industry, it was really hard to get them to approve different things. So we made the clean landing page, and then we went to the dirty sales page. And as you guys know, Facebook has changed everything yet again. Facebook clicks, it's not as easy as it was. Facebook clicks are no longer, 12 or 30 cents a click, and it's so much harder to break through the noise. Everybody's starting to get more confident with the Facebook ads. It's getting harder. People are starting to put out more content. We got to break through the noise. We got to get those cost per clicks back down. Just went to Icon and saw Ryan Deiss talk about it. And the main thing he said, I fought pixeling for a long time. Luckily for all of us, Cody got well in front of this and really learned what we're about to teach you guys. Ryan Deiss said the person who has the biggest pixeled audience for the next 6 months to a year will win. And why is that? That's because Facebook is getting really particular about protecting their clients, us, the consumer of Facebook. They don't want to show them things that aren't relevant to them. So if a client or a customer using Facebook has a whole bunch of these pixels on them, then when we run Facebook ads that don't have pixels, we don't have a shot. If we do have a shot, we've got to pay a ridiculous amount. So to break through the noise, to get the cost per click back down, and plus, it actually, again, Facebook, we get so mad at them, right? But actually, they're forcing us to be better and get better clients who actually need and want our products even more because they've been engaging with our products. So Cody and I, Cody's got a brilliant formula for how he figured all this stuff out, and it's really good. You guys will benefit hugely from it. So we're going to spend the next few minutes walking you through a 5-step process on how you would wrap your head around this whole idea of Facebook pixels and how to create your own Facebook pixeled audiences and then run targeted ads to that audience. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, no, just to make sure that you understand that this is essentially what this is retargeting. This is like if you were to go visit Amazon and then you go on Facebook or you go somewhere else and whatever you were looking up on Amazon is following you around. It's kind of the same concept, except it's a little bit, this is in your hands. You can do it. It's pretty easy.
And what's cool about the Facebook pixel is it's not like a regular pixel that gets tied to your IP address. Facebook pixel is tied to your Facebook account. So what does that mean? Whether I'm on my mobile, whether I'm at work, whether I'm on my desktop, no matter what, this pixel follows me around from platform to platform.
Right. And you should know that when a user is using Facebook and they're scrolling through their feed, they're only going to see about 4 ads. And so if you're and since Facebook algorithm is going to favor the retargeted ads, they're more likely to see yours if you're doing retargeting with the pixels.
Absolutely, because Facebook then knows that their consumers getting things that they're interested in, and Facebook's got to protect its consumer. So, what do you think, Cody? Dive into the 5-step process on how to do all this?
Yeah, let's start.
All right, step 1 is create a pixel. And real quick, Cody's going to kind of start pulling up the screen here and show you how to create a Facebook pixel. But for you guys that are familiar with the marketing world and you've been using Infusionsoft, we're going to kind of relate this in terms of what it would look like with Infusionsoft. That's how I understand it. That's how Cody had to break it down and explain it to me. So what is a pixel? Really, we're creating a tag. Just think about it like that. We're going to create a tag that we can later go into the campaign builder, right, and search for who we want to send this to, and we're going to send it to certain tags. So let's get this pixel going.
So first, if you were logged into your Facebook account and you were to go to your Ads Manager, now I don't use Ads Manager. I use a business Ads Manager, but you would end up going through, your drop down, and then you click to, manage ads to get your Ads Manager. Once you get into your Ads Manager, then you would go to over at the top toolbar where it says Tools, click that drop down, and go to Pixels. If you haven't created your own so Facebook's only going to give you 1 pixel. So I want you to, this is a complicated piece. I know people get confused. They think they need different pixels for different pages. You only get 1 pixel. That pixel is, in essence, your tag, and you can determine what audience you want. Well, I'll show you the customized, but you only get 1 pixel. If you haven't created one, it'll cue you right here after, so Tools, Pixels, it'll cue you here to create your custom Facebook pixel, and you'll have to agree some terms and conditions, but that's it. Then you'll have your pixel. It'll give you the option to view your pixel like this, okay? And there's your pixel.
So one-time thing, Facebook pixel, unique to your business page, one pixel. Now we can create a whole bunch of different searches for what people have done with this pixel. We'll show you that in a minute, but you have one pixel associated per Facebook business page.
Yeah, correct. So if I were to go ahead and copy this, well, before we do that, actually, we wanted to show you.
Yeah, this is a huge help, and this is varsity level stuff that Cody figured out. This will save you a lot of time and make sure you're doing it. So step one is create the pixel. Step two, what we want to show you real quick, is a cool tool that Cody found called the Pixel Helper. So you want to go on Chrome and you want to download this Pixel Helper right here and show them how cool it is and what it'll do for them.
So I mean, basically, Google Facebook Pixel Helper. You have to be using a Chrome, add to Chrome, all that stuff. If you see it, it's right here on my right next to my address bar on the website. And if you go to my website, you'll see it lights up with this 3. This means that 3 pixels have been found on my website. Now, why are there 3? Because Facebook earlier, prior to what's more recently been innovated, had different types of pixels you could use. But so 2 of these are just redundant. Now it's just one single pixel. So I should probably remove those. I just haven't.
So your pages will have 1 pixel.
Yeah.
And what happens if they're broken? What if you go to a broken page?
If they're broken, this will turn red, and you'll see a little it'll just give you a warning sign. You click it, and it'll tell you that either loaded improperly, and you can Google Facebook for, or you can Google Facebook troubleshoot or Pixel troubleshooting to figure out why it did. But it'll give you indication if it's not loading, then you're not going to track that person.
So this is good varsity level stuff because, like I said, me and Cody looked up some big brand names earlier today, and these people are probably spending a lot of money on their Facebook pixels, and their pixels are red. So they're spending all this money to try to pixel people, and they're not firing, they're not working correctly. So huge tip that Cody's given us here with the Google Chrome Pixel Helper, so we can instantly just that sanity check. Okay, my pixels are on my website, they're green, they're firing.
Okay. So up to this point, you probably haven't had any pixels to load yet, but you can you can load the Pixel Helper, go to the website, see which ones are retargeting you or pixeling you. But okay, let's actually load a website or load the Facebook Pixel onto a website.
So here's step 3. Step 1, remember, was create the pixel. Step 2, download Pixel Helper. Step 3 is how do we actually get the pixel onto websites or into videos.
So yeah, just double click or select all. Copy the whole code, so you got to make sure you copy all of it. And so if I were to go to my website, for instance, let's go to my website first. So I'm using, Startup Active had my back end done, but anywhere you'd post your Google Analytics code. So in mine, it was 3 theme options, general options. So this is a WordPress site, and then I scrolled to the bottom, and that's where I installed my Facebook Pixel code.
You can put these pixels on ClickFunnels pages, lead pages. Yep. Any pages, correct?
Right. So if I were to go to lead pages, for instance, where it says lead paid option, tracking codes, and that's where I installed my Pixel code right there.
Here's a question for you, Cody. So I put it on 181fitness.com.
Yeah.
181fitness.com. Now I create a blog that says 181fitness.bestfoodever. Do I need to put the pixel on the blog post too?
No. So if you have your pixel associated with your website at the back end of your WordPress site, it's going to follow you everywhere. So if I were to go to any of my blogs, we can actually pull one up. Let's just see. So if we were to go to this blog, so the pixel, I didn't pixel this page, but because it's attached to my website, the pixels show up.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's just the 181fitness.com, and then all the blog posts are going to have it. So that's a big thing. That's a big thing for me. I need to know that too. So just remember, it's that main URL is the only thing you have to put your pixel on, and then bam, man, they go to any page, they're getting that pixel. So I know you're thinking right now, man, I'm gonna have this one pixel, and it's kind of all over the place, and that's okay. Just wrap your head around that. You got this one pixel. It can be on your ClickFunnels, it can be in your lead pages, it can be on every site on your main page. They're getting this one pixel. Hold on to that. Now videos. What about videos that we load straight into the ad manager?
So if we're going to load a video straight into the ad manager, you do not need to attach a pixel to the video in any way. Facebook has it set up where if you create a video and you're publishing a video within the ad platform, it will automatically pixel the people who are watching that video.
If you did step 1 and created your pixel associated with your fitness, with your business account.
Yeah, it'll automatically pixel them so long as they watch the video for over 3 seconds.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So that wraps up step 3. So that's, again, step 1 was create the pixel. Step 2, download the pixel helper. Step 3 is how do we actually get the pixels on web pages or ClickFunnels or lead pages. We just looked at that. And then also videos. If you load videos up into your system, they've already got the pixel on them. As long as people view that for 3 seconds, they're getting the pixel. So now we got all these different people with pixels. But, when we run a targeting campaign or an ad to somebody, we don't want to run just a pixel to. That's a very broad audience, right? So what if I want to run, so let's talk about step 4, which is create a custom audience that later we'd be able to target for an ad. So step 4, create a custom audience. Now think about this, guys. Is I'm in Infusionsoft and I pull up the email builder and I want to send an email to a very specific group, right? So maybe I use send to the tag prospect, but has never purchased, so 2 different tags, so this tag and this tag, or this tag or this tag. That's the same thing you can do here in the Ads Manager with building, with creating a custom audience. So Cody, show us some of the custom audiences that you already have set up and how that looks to create a custom audience.
So here's some of the ones that I have set up. So we've got some pretty big audiences that you can go with, but so let's go to the videos I mentioned earlier. So videos that automatically get loaded. So I didn't create these custom audiences. I published a video, and people who viewed the video versus people who completed the video, it shows me that 800 people viewed the video and 400 people completed the video. So those custom audiences are already created. These are my invisible list. So just like your email list, this is my invisible list of people that I can send ads to on Facebook.
And remember, Ryan Deiss, right? Very, very smart man, said the person with the biggest pixeled audience for the next 6 months to a year will win. Whether we like it or not, and I don't like it because I fought pixeling for a long time. But look, Cody's got 1,800, 400, 800. I can tell you right now at Delta Life Fitness, we have 0 people pixeled. So we've got to get on board with this and fast, because right now Cody's beating us all on this. So this is huge, guys. This is huge.
Yeah. So how about creating a custom audience if you don't have a video, if you're doing it in a blog? So see here, I've got this one, how to stop your thighs from jiggling. This is a 30-person custom audience, so it didn't hit really big. This one, how much cardio I should do, 30-person audience. So just these various ones right here. This one, look, get rid of baby stomach. 200 people engaged with that. That tells me a lot of my audience. So here's how you create a custom pixel for a blog.
Also, what I like about this is me and Cody were talking earlier. This is almost better, really, for us, for real-time marketers like you guys and me, direct response marketers. This is better data than Google Analytics because I know real-time, 200 people engaged with that post compared to other posts. That's huge.
Yep. So custom audience, create custom audience, just there. So create audience, custom audience, based on website traffic. And so I just pulled up this website. So let's use this as an example. So I'm going to copy that URL. Anyone who visits, let's say anybody who visits your website, who visits specific web pages.
So right there, drop that down real quick. You can see here, you got a couple of different options you can play with. So you can get real creative with this, guys, just like building any kind of audience.
Yeah. So you can go visit certain web pages, but not others. So you would use people who visited specific web pages. So these are people you may be wanting to retarget with an offer. So say specifically you sent them some free content about a blog talking about, hey, here's the greatest cooking tips. Here's some great meal prep recipes. And then you want to retarget them with an offer to come in for a cooking class. So that's a way that you can say anybody who's visited this page, I'm going to retarget them with this offer. But if you want to go with people who, say somebody visited your consultation request page, but they didn't visit your thank you page, well, you can set the parameters that if somebody with this pixel visited your consultation page, but not your thank you page, you'll build an audience of those people. Now, you can retarget those people with an ad that specifically says, hey, you forgot to schedule your consultation. I know life gets in the way. Here's a second chance.
So there's so much power here, and there's so much we can do with it. And we're going to show you when we get done with the 5 steps. We're going to show you a real practical application way that you can employ this. So stick with us, guys. Keep learning these 5 steps: create a pixel, download Pixel Helper, how to load it onto the website of the video, create the custom audience. Is what we're doing right now.
Yeah. So let's just go with the general specific web pages. So if I go and I enter the URL I just did, so I entered that one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the same URL, but I'm just going to enter a portion of it. So that portion. So see, what I did was I everything, just the 7 ways strength training will change your life. I just entered that portion. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to take out one of the backslashes. Actually, I meant to do just a portion of that. Hold on. We just want to make sure that pixel loads. And the best way to make sure it loads is to hit like every variable of that ending.
So look, what Cody's showing you right here, like this is hard lessons learned from Hard Knock University. Like Cody's loaded these up and not have them. So this is big stuff here. So he's trying to show you just how to make sure. He's had them where they didn't work. So he's trying to show you how to make sure that it's going to load.
If you're like depending on this for your campaign success, you want to make sure the thing is loading. Okay, so now I'm just get this last one.
And you guys can see the little ors popping up. So you guys can imagine from using Infusionsoft how you could have those or formulas. You can have the and formulas. This is big stuff.
Okay, so there's that. I'll name my custom audience. So say people who visit. So 7 ways to our strength. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so create custom audience. And there it is. Okay, so right now, that custom audience is at the top, 7 ways strength. It tells me exactly what the URL is associated with it. There's obviously 0. Now, sometimes you're going to load these custom audiences, and it, even though it's getting traffic, it might take a while for it to like populate the list or the secret, the invisible list. So don't worry if it's not loading immediately.
Okay. So that's creating the custom audience. Now, we've went through all these 4 steps. Step 5, like, then remember, this is where we used to be able to begin, right? Like we used to be able to begin at step 5, go create my ad. And I get it, it's painful. I didn't want to learn it either. But if we want to hang in there and get the best return on investment we can with digital marketing, we got to learn this stuff. Step 5, create the ad now that we can target towards that custom audience.
Okay. So I have these 2. We'll use one of them in a minute. So Ads Manager. So I'm just going to go, instead of using Power Editor, I'm just going to use the normal Ads Manager to create the ad. So big thing, when you're going to create an ad, everybody doesn't know which one of these to choose. Let's just be simple and say whatever your actual objective is for your campaign, choose that objective here at Facebook. If you want people to convert on the website, choose website conversions. What is this little sucker? Yeah, increase conversion on your website. If you want to send people to a website just to view a blog or some content to give them value, send them here. If you wanted to watch a video, now normally we do get video views, but after I've been listening to some podcasts recently by some of the experts, they're saying if you want somebody to view a video, go to video or go to conversion for website.
So this is a big thing to remember right here because Facebook didn't have this right for a long time, and just clicks to website was the best no matter what you were doing. Now they've really figured out their algorithm, and they're getting a lot smarter than we are. So if you want conversions, do conversions. If you want to send people to your website, do that. So exactly like you just said, really pick the one you want. Other than get video views, just go with conversions because that's why we want video views anyway, is to get conversions. So let's go with that. So let's just pick conversions and let's build one that we can target a custom audience.
One quick side note. So you'll see there is one that says collect leads for your business. So far, we haven't had much good success with this. We've been testing this the last couple of weeks. What we see is that because what it does is Facebook creates a landing page inside Facebook. So when somebody clicks on your ad, a landing page pops up and it automatically populates it with their name, phone number, email. But
they have loaded into their Facebook account.
Right. But who has the accurate or maybe up-to-date information for their phone number on Facebook? So we haven't had any success with that.
It's good potential, and we need to keep our eye on it. It's not there yet. It's not there yet.
For sure. Okay, so if we were to go, I want conversions for my website. I'm just going to use some general one right now. Okay, now here's where you can create a custom conversion pixel. I don't want to know how deep I want to go into this thing. We're going to leave that for a second. I'll come back to that. Promise.
So guys, real quick, if you haven't, from this part, like where we're trying to get the ad copy and the ad right and everything like that, if you haven't seen my version 1.0 or version 2.0 Facebook ad video, you need to start with that and then watch this one. This will help you out with this part.
So when we're getting to the point where we're going to set the audience, listen, if you're going to do something to get in, we're going to talk to you about a formula for increasing conversion for everybody, or for optimizing these ads and making your 21 days or whatever ad you're going to run much, much more effective. These initial portions where you're creating these custom audiences, when you're actually creating these custom audience from the content that you're pushing out, go as broad as you can with your audience. the youngest person you train to the oldest person you train, from the farthest person who, and from the, as far as distance, the farthest person who's driving to come work out with you.
But Cody, that goes against everything we've ever learned from marketing.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
So look, this is another brilliant piece that as soon as Cody told, we were talking about this earlier, as soon as he told me, I instantly saw it. This is genius right here. So we're creating this custom audience to get this engagement. That's why you go wide on this. And I know this goes against everything I've ever said, Sean's ever told you, anybody, but just to get to see who's engaging, right? Like, we're making this as wide as possible, because how then are we going to know who the best people are and the best clients to retarget and push further down the funnel? The ones who engage. So, and as with doing Facebook ads this way, it's slightly different than we normally do. With Facebook ads this way, the way that we're going to attack is the people who engage, and we're going to get those numbers because they're pixeled. So we no longer have to put in just very specific, really targeting our ideal client. On this one, we're going to go with the people that will engage. That's going to be the difference and the driver on who we really target with follow-on ads.
And the people who are going to engage are going to be the people who will respond to your ads most. So, hopefully your ads and your copy are like speaking to your audience.
And we'll show you in a second, whenever we show you like a no kidding practical, like a month-long strategy on how to implement this stuff. And it's a little more next level thinking, but you'll see how it breaks through, and it's what Facebook wants us to do to be able to talk to their customer because of stuff they actually want. And we won't know who to re-show this to unless we know who's engaging. So that's the whole purpose of this first part. It's just to see who's going to engage with our content.
Okay, so let's go ahead and target. So I'm gonna go with my gym's address. Okay, so there's my address, and I'm gonna go with a 15-mile radius. It's the farthest somebody will drive. Okay, so that shows me that there's some people who are going to be in the ocean. It's okay. Youngest to oldest, let's just say I'm just going to come up with some arbitrary stuff here.
I know this just feels dirty. You just got to roll with it.
And you could choose to do one ad set for men, one ad set for women, but let's just leave it as is for now. Let's let the market choose.
Yeah, we're going to get more specific later on. This is not the time to do it with this new theory.
Okay, so if we're just using, if we're just going to be engaging anybody or just testing for engagement, I wouldn't go more than $3 to $5 a day. So let's just say $5. Okay. Ad set, we'll just leave that for now.
Cost per click or per 1,000 impressions?
Per 1,000 impressions.
Really?
Yeah. Per 1,000 impressions for sure. Okay.
And then the rest of this is the ad copy. I mean, that's,
yeah.
I have tons of stuff about that in 2.0 and 1.0 Facebook ads for fitness businesses.
I should mention that you have the option to run these on Instagram now. I'm not really playing with it yet. I don't know it, so I just usually keep it off. And I always keep off like audience networks and right-hand column.
Yeah, which we cover a lot in 1.0, 2.0.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, absolutely. The only thing, I even take off desktop newsfeed at this point.
Okay.
I literally go 100% mobile. Mobile first is our philosophy.
Yeah.
We're 100% mobile.
I'd say that's a fair thing. Okay. As far as the button goes, I would say, if you're not sure what button, just go with no button, honestly.
Learn more is such an easy, no risk button.
Yeah.
Learn more will work good.
If you want to go learn more, fine, I'll go learn more. Okay, so that would be the entire process of creating the ad.
Yeah, and that's like create a pixel, download Pixel Helper, the videos, or how to get the pixels actually placed on the website of the video, create the custom audience, and then how to create an ad for the target. Now we've got to take that knowledge, this ad won't make much sense so now we have to come up with a plan, a big plan to engage a custom audience with a call to action later on. This gets a little deeper thinking. So before we can really explain to them how to create an ad and what the ad should even say, we've got to explain the AIDA formula. You want to bring that up, and we'll go straight into the AIDA formula and how we can apply everything we just learned?
Yeah. So the AIDA formula is like a mixture of things I've learned from Keith Krantz, but especially Art from CPC Ninja. But here's what it is. It's we kind of modified it to fit specifically what we want to do, but it's awareness, interest, desire, and then action. And the whole idea is to take someone from a cold audience and continue to build a retargeting audience by warming them up with better content, delivering value first, putting that value first to build up that relational equity, and then trying to get them to engage in some sort of a call to action.
So AIDA, awareness, interest,
Desire, and then action. Yeah.
Okay, and you can see so what's cool about this? You make little 30 or just let me walk you through how you do it. And this content doesn't have to be perfect. So don't waste a million years trying to get the content perfect. Recipes, okay? So make 30 or 60 second healthy recipe. You guys know how to do it already. You're already making it for your clients. You probably already got them made, right? So get these recipe videos and then load those in. And then look, this is what Facebook wants you to do, because Facebook is tired of marketers ruin everything, right? And Facebook's tired of us coming into Facebook and slamming right hooks saying buy my stuff. They're tired of that. They'll say, hey, you can sell your stuff to people who are interested in your stuff. So this is how we break through the noise, differentiate that, and get those cost per clicks down. So those recipe videos, people are scrolling through their Facebook feed. You're giving real good, solid content. Don't think about the sell with that. The purpose, so remember what marketing funnels are. With this, the whole purpose of this nutrition is, one, to get them to just like your content, maybe use it, enjoy it, but to get that pixel placed on them.
Correct.
That's new list building. New list building is getting that pixel as much as we need the email address later that we're going to get, and putting them in that private Facebook group and all those good list building techniques we know. It's now the new step one of list building is getting that pixel on there. So you've got these videos, you load up a recipe video into Facebook. It's already got the pixel on it, and you do a good little 60-second video for recipe. So they watch that, they get the pixel. Maybe at the end of that recipe video, what do they get? A little call to action that says, like this recipe, click here to download 10 more recipes just like that.
Totally.
So then what would happen? They would go to an opt-in page, suck them right out of the Facebook ad that's running day one here, this recipe, onto an opt-in page that says, hey, I'm so glad you liked my recipe video. Put in your name and email address here so I can send you 10 more recipes just like it. They put in their name and email address. It throws them into Infusionsoft. You send them the recipes like they needed. It can send them straight to a thank you page. And now you can try to offer them a sale. You probably won't make it, but you can offer it to them. You can offer them a 21-day or a Kickstart or a free phone consultation, whatever makes sense for your model. But you can go for that. And then in the abandoned cart sequence in Infusionsoft, you can push people back to that page. But still, maybe they don't buy, and it's okay. Because why? One, you got them pixeled. Two, now you've got their email address.
Right. 90% of the people who are going to go through this, remember, you have one big funnel, which is we're calling the AIDA formula, which, like I said, which is awareness, interest, desire, then action. So that's a big funnel. But each one of those little pieces of that funnel branch off to another little miniature funnel, which maybe only 2 to 3% of people will take advantage of, but the majority won't. So the point of this piece is not to convert. The point primarily is to create a silent or invisible list.
That is a beautiful thing to wrap your head around, because like you said, when I run this first video and ad, I'm going to suck some out that want to come in and try. For Delta Life, it's our 21-day Ignite program. I'm going to get some to do that. But really, I want them to be pixeled. I want them to enjoy that recipe, and I want them to enjoy the 10 I send them. And then 2 weeks later, I want them to see my blog post, because guess what? They're going to see it, because I'm going to have a small pixeled list of 500 to 1,000 people. And so when I run this blog post, I'm going to run it to who? The people who watch these videos, right? Like the people who've seen my stuff. So then they're going to see this. Then they're going to see my client success stories. And remember, at each one of these, they have a chance to get sucked out. But I'm really going for my strong call to action on days 21 through 28. But by then, man, I've been in their face for 21 days, giving them solid value, the know, like, and trust values through the roof. I've got those pixels. I've probably got their email address, because at some point along the line now, they've opted into one of these things that they really like. So So you've got all these different things. You start off with recipes, then you've got at-home workout videos, and you got to match the different things that make sense for your audience. You know your audience better than I do. Then you've got blog posts that you can do the stuff with, and then you've got client success story videos. And the client success story videos, the click here for that one can be a decently strong call to action to come in for a free offer or a phone call, phone request consultation. But when you get ready to run this strong call to action, who's your hottest leads? Who's going to be the cheapest cost per clicks to go to? And not even cheapest cost per clicks, forget about that. Who's the most likely to convert? Probably somebody who's engaged with 2 or 3 of these, right? So when you run your strong call to action, can't you set something up like that where you can do, if they've watched a recipe and a success story, show them the call to action?
Yeah, and we'll show you how to do that. Another thing to mention here, you notice there's a little bit of overlap. So here with the video, we're going to run video views campaign as objective. Here we're going to run a clicks to website. Here now when we're running client success stories, we're really hitting them hard with that desire. That's where we'll probably do a conversion campaign as far as the objective, and obviously we'll do a conversion campaign as far as the call to action here. But also notice there's an overlap. But we're running videos for 2 weeks, but at the start of the second week, we're starting to run the blogs.
Yeah.
Then at the start of the third week, we're starting to run the desire portion. So there's just a bit of overlap. So we're constantly reinforcing the value components before we're just doing a hardcore call to action.
Awareness, interest, desire, action. I mean, this is next level stuff. This is brilliant.
For sure. Okay, so we wanted to go through, like, if we wanted to create an ad, we could go ahead and create an ad. Like if I went back to the ad set component where I'm actually targeting. So custom audiences. I can choose all, so for instance, all my videos that were completed, all the people who viewed completed videos. I can click everybody.
This is where you're using that tag now. So like this should look really familiar to, you're wanting to send an email, but you gotta apply, who do you want the email to go to? Certain people with tags. So Cody's now applying what tags are gonna get this email, right? Like who's gonna get this Facebook message or this Facebook ad show up in their newsfeed. Super high level targeted, way better than just running cold ads.
Yeah, and so like, so those are all the people who watched the video to completion, and now I can put some blogs in there, some people who consume the blog information too. Oops, that was the wrong one.
Maybe a success story.
Yeah.
You got those in the videos.
So like, here was that one that, 200 people on that one. So anyways, I can run all these different, I can combine them, chop them up. You can, as you're monitoring your list, so as you look at your custom audiences and you're seeing which ones are performing better, you can choose which ones you want to specifically target in these ads. And so look, now I'm reaching, it says fewer than 1,000 people. Well, how many people do you really need? Right? I mean, so if you've got 200 solid people who've consumed a tremendous number of content, you telling me now that there are these really warm audience, you send them a solid ad or a solid call to action, they're way more likely to convert for a way lot cheaper.
A lot more. And the good news is you have those pixels on them, so guess what? Facebook's actually going to show it to them and show it to them for a fair price. Because like we said, they're only going to show somebody 4 different types of ad sets. And if those 4 people you're hoping to reach in your community have 4 different pixels on them, because guess what? The market's going there. Everybody's running pixels. If somebody else has 4 more, like if I have 10 different pixels and somebody's trying to reach me without a pixel on me, they're never going to get me. Or they're gonna pay $10 a click to try to have a chance. Yeah. So hopefully that helps you guys. I hope it brought you some value. Cody's done a lot of work really figuring this out. I know Cody and I both are always open for any questions you may have, whether you're in the Dust Life community or the MPE community. Like, reach out to us. We're here for you. I hope it helps you. We're about to start launching this stuff live and cranking. Remember that 5-step process is create the pixel, download the pixel helper, get the pixel loaded up on your web pages, and just load the videos into your account. Step 4 is create those custom audiences. And then 5, you have to create the ads based on some type of strategy like we showed you that we're using in the AIDA formula.
Yeah. I'll touch on one more thing before we go. I glossed over the conversion pixel. So the conversion pixel is your custom Facebook pixel, but you just set parameters. So if I do a custom conversion pixel, I might say, using my pixel, I want to only target, people who met the criteria that they checked out. They visited my thank you page. So I might be like 181fitness.com/TYP for thank you page. So that's an example of how I would do a custom conversion pixel. So I've got mine set up here. So leads for 9-day sign up, for instance. That's it. Yeah.
All right, love you guys. Shoot us questions if you have them. Delta Life guys we also spent a lot of time today actually building this stuff out in Infusionsoft and building out ClickFunnels pages. And hey, MPE guys too, I'd be more than happy to share that with you guys. But Delta Life guys for sure, just like there's a lot of this is done for you coming your way soon. So look out for it.
All right, guys. Bye.
See ya.